second episode of Hodgecast beginning now. Now we've all attended those Christmas church pageants, and this is my favorite memory of mine. When I was about 12, 13, 6 years ago, I'm 19 now, so that would make sense with math and all. When years before this, or previous years in the Christmas church pageant, I was cast as a shepherd, one of the lesser known characters. This year, I was cast as the voice of God. Lost Breaking Show Business, and I'm cast as the deity who gave us indoor plumbing and Halo 3. Now, needless to say, this did go to my head and play my ego quite a bit. I went around weeks before the pageant saying, "I'm God, bow down before me, blah, 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 blah." Which is odd because it only had 2 lines for the whole play, so that was odd. Now, another piece of information that might be helpful is the people who were in charge of the pageant asked my mom to make a few animal costumes because she sews and not a lot of people do. So they asked us to make some animal costumes. Now, one of her final pieces was a camel that required 2 people to operate because it was big. It was the biggest thing I think she's made except for a few quilts. And there's some side information. Opening night came, and I was nervous because it was a pretty big thing. I had to get everyone's attention all at once. I couldn't, and once again, I had to belt it out. Now, when my line came, I belted it out. And I mean belted it out, yelled it. When I'm downstairs and my mom asked me to do something, I was like, "What do you want?" Even louder than that in church, and it vibrated and all that. Now, I did my line, and I was calm and cool and collected, ready to enjoy the rest of the pageant, because I had nothing else to do. After I did that, my mom came to me and asked if I could help her fill in for the second person for the camel costume. And I reluctantly agreed because parental guilt is something hard that we can't really bypass. But what she didn't tell me was that I was going to be the camel's ass. I don't know what YouTube will do when I said ass, but it's not as bad as George Collins' 7 words you can't hear. I'll say on television. Sorry, George. So I was camel's ass. Now what this taught me is that people who think they're important are probably nothing more than a camel's ass, or something less desirable, like a Democrat or an intern on the Colbert Report. Now, last Hodgecast, I didn't give a direct what the purpose of the show was. I have to say right now the purpose of the show is anyone who wants to ask me questions is more than welcome to. For some reason, I've noticed that single people seem to give better dating advice than people who are in relationships. I'm pretty sure that has something to do with the fact that there aren't any cooties affecting the person's brain. I'm also, I guess, a political satirist. So, friend zone. I've made a few Democratic jokes, so I'm sorry. I guess I give advice. I'm a jack of all trades and master of none. I don't really know what else to say, so if anyone has any questions for me, I'd be more than willing to give them advice now. I'm not a psychiatrist or anything, I'm just fairly smart, I guess, from what I've been told. And that concludes this Hodgecast.